All right, guys. Boise, Idaho, downtown. I'm in front of this giant available space that used to be Urban Outfitters. But I wanted to answer a question for you guys that I get asked all the time is, what is commercial brokerage? Commercial brokerage to me is something pretty interesting because there's many ways to get involved, but there's also some very difficult hurdles that you have to get over to get involved in commercial brokerage, to be specific. One way, a lot of commercial brokerages have a property management group attached to them. So it makes it a little bit easier as if you're just applying for a job for a property manager position or a maintenance manager position. It gives you the ability to be a part of a commercial brokerage without being a licensed agent. Now, what I would recommend in the route that I took was learning from the ground up. So I did a lot of maintenance for not only a commercial brokerage, but a developer. And then I also started doing some leasing for that developer, which jump-started me into my commercial real estate career because I learned the lingo pretty early. And then I had the ability to kind of step right in and have a built-in client in the way. So what is commercial brokerage? To answer that question down to the T, there's a few ways to get involved in commercial brokerage, like I said before. First step is just getting hired by the company for a position that they're looking to hire for. The second is getting your real estate license. Now, many people ask the difference between getting your commercial and your residential real estate license isn't that different because it's basically the same thing, at least in Idaho. Other states, I'm not 100% clear on, but in Boise, Idaho specifically, not just Boise, Idaho Real Estate Commission, it's the same license and the same CE, the same extra credit stuff you gotta get to get approved for your license. You go in, you take a 2-week class or 4 weeks if you spread it out. The next step is passing the state and the national exam. Once you pass those tests, you'll get your fingerprints done. So make sure you don't have anything hiding on your background check when the state looks at it. It could be worrisome because you might not get approved. Anywho, once you get your fingerprints done, you pass the tests, the next step is actually getting your license, and then the next step after that is finding a brokerage to hang that license. So the process of finding the right brokerage, I would highly recommend going to interview with all the brokerages in your community. Go find the smallest of shops, go find the biggest of shops. Every brokerage will have a different feel, a different vibe, a different culture that might fit your needs better. So interview with those brokerages. The other thing I will say about that is sometimes they're really strict and really picky about who they bring on and how they bring them on, because a lot of brokerages will have you intern first and JV as a broker before you can actually become a licensed sales agent within that brokerage. So that would be my recommendation for commercial real estate license. What is it? What is it about? It is the same thing in Idaho as a residential license, but you've got to have a place to hang it. So with that said, I'm going to be dropping a bunch more videos for you guys on commercial real estate, how to get involved, what it is, what I'm doing, and I hope you guys stay tuned. Deuces!